Hello. Our first strategies for recruitment into the new 4-credit Honors College Connects class was to first have each of our Honors 261 students interview 2 students in each grade. This was conducted within the first 2 weeks of classroom instruction by Dr. Melanie Fedry. The questions consisted of asking current Honors College students their experiences with signing up for an Honors College course and the resources they used, followed by a series of questions involving volunteer and group project experience and how it was influential to you or not. Finally, we showed each student a flyer for the Honors College Connects class for next semester. The students were allowed free thought to give us feedback about what they thought of the flyer itself and if they were interested in joining the class. Next, later in the semester, each Honors 261 student interviewed 2 faculty and staff that played a vital role in Honors College Connects as an extracurricular activity throughout the years. Thus, we had a variety of methods to really understand the recruitment process and strategies to become more knowledgeable about creating a class for next semester that will not only offer an array of qualities that will attract students to join, but make a difference in the community to us all. Thank you.
Honors College Connects has followed a fairly regular recruitment strategy over the past few years. It begins over the summer at Honors College Freshman Orientation, then it continues as soon as students arrive on campus in the fall through an executive board presence at Build-A-Burger. They also host an information session, post flyers around campus, attend various honors classes to pitch the organization. Throughout this time, they do face some challenges ranging from running out of flyers to gracefully turning away ineligible students who express interest in the program. But one thing that they have found to be very successful is always trying to get an interested student's contact information and reach out to have a one-on-one conversation with them. Registration culminates when student applications are due a few weeks into the fall semester. It then takes a backseat until spring when it transitions into trying to find new executive board members among current HCC participants. Among the challenges that the executive board faces with recruitment, probably the primary one is the heavy front-loading. The executive board deals with a stressful amount of work right at the beginning of the semester as they too are trying to settle into a new routine, and this can be especially difficult for new executive board members who might not anticipate the heavy workload given that this is a volunteer position. However, my teammate Sam Schultz has created a new recruitment timeline which could address some of these issues.
In order to recruit students for the HCC class, we have prepared a timeline of events, split up by semester and month. In July, applications for nonprofits wishing to work with the upcoming HCC class will open and will close in August. In late August, teams will be assigned based on student preferences, and by the start of September, the work will begin. Recruitment planning begins in October, with peak recruitment times being late October and early November, right before registration opens. After Thanksgiving break, most students will be focused on finishing up their projects for the end of semester presentation. Nonprofits for the spring semester are chosen by the end of winter break, with applications having opened the previous October. The cycle begins again in January, as the new semester starts. Teams are assigned and the work begins in late January. Recruitment begins in March and continues through the rest of the semester, with the peak time being late March and early April. After peak recruitment time dies down and class registration passes, students tasked with recruitment will return their focus to their projects, which will be presented in late April. This timeline allows HCC members to keep track of broad recruitment/schoolwork schedules and makes note of important, fixed deadlines, such as Honors College events, final due dates, and class registration, allowing HCC leaders to build on this framework to create a plan that works for each individual semester. Furthermore, the nature of this timeline can easily be broken down into smaller, week-by-week or even day-by-day pieces, allowing for a further degree of customization as would suit the leaders of the HCC at any given time. Finally, the method of organizing schedule data using multiple categories allows for the workload to be divided. While HCC leadership would be responsible for organizing all timelines, the HCC itself would split the workload among the students. For example, nonprofit applications could be handled by one party, while student recruitment would be handled by another, and classroom oversight would largely be under the purview of the overseeing professor. Overall, the schedule allows for flexibility in details while providing a robust framework for the future leadership of the HCC to build upon.
After us students conducted several interviews with people of diverse age groups and affiliations, we were able to indicate the many positive and negative influences with the George Mason Honors College. Multiple students mentioned the struggle that relates to registering for courses. However, once they registered, they felt as though each honors college course is beneficial to the student's future. Along with that, interviewees expressed their individual drives for volunteer work such as leadership skills, networking abilities, and experience. Furthermore, we were able to display a rough draft of the HCC course flyer to the interviewees. They gave us an abundance of feedback that we were able to use to design a new flyer for the course. Some students liked the design, but found the flyer too wordy, not diverse enough, and not eye-catching. Using their feedback, we were able to design a new flyer that appeals to all students. In summation, each interviewee gave us feedback on the ideal recruit for the Honors College Connects course, and we're excited to see what the future holds.
In the next coming years, you can look forward to seeing many of the previously mentioned ideas being put into action. We hope that through these recruitment strategies, Honors College Connects can become an even bigger and greater organization filled with enthusiastic participants. Bye!